APGA, so much potential, so much records outside Delta State. Now you are in APGA, and you've been given the ticket for House of Assembly, Sapele State constituency. How prepared are you to run, sir?
Well, if there's a word for being more than prepared, then I'm more than prepared.
If eventually you win this ticket, what should the people expect from Hon Elvis Ayomanor? My
coming out this time around is not because I just want to come out like any other politician. I have sat down. Ayomanor is the founder of Sapele. That's why you see at the middle of the town, Cemetery Bagod Road, they mounted the structure of Ayomanor, the statue of Ayomanor there. This is my home. I have no other home. So each time I sit back and think of the Sapele of yesterday and the Sapele we are in today, I weep. Oh yes, I weep. You know, I see Sapele retrogressing. I tell people if they can just allow us to remain where we are, it will be better than retrogressing us, taking us backward. Sapele in the 80s and the 70s was like heaven compared to what we have now. And I keep looking at our representation. A lot of them, they have tried, they've done their best anyways. But I see a lot of things, you know, like loopholes, which, you know, would have been properly handled in a different light and in a different direction. So I decided for certain reasons to come out and represent my people for quality representation. Now I'll tell you what, I'm an engineer. Yeah. I graduated from the great University of Benin, where I read chemical engineering. Yes, sir. I tell people I passed through the University of Benin. The University of Benin passed through me. I've graduated for more than a decade, at least. But go to Faculty of Engineering, go to the Department of Chemical Engineering, ask the professors. They have at least 9 professors in that department as we speak. Just ask them, Prof, do you know any Elvis? Don't call Ayomanor. Who graduated from this department? I'm sure they will ask you, which of the Elvis Ayomanor? I am saying it. Yes. Every prof in that department. I mean, this is a news thing. Yes. They will see it. Yes. Or maybe those associate professors, doctors there. Everyone knows who is talking here. This is Elvis Ayomanor. They all know me. You know why? Because the department equally passed through me. As an authority in this sector, you can't compare me to somebody maybe who just, you know, went to this evening school thing. You know, we call it even part-time. Yes. Now, we were in school from Sunday to Sunday, studying, preparing, reading for exams. Yeah. And even at that, we still found difficulties passing our exams. In some cases, you will have a very low grade. In some cases, you may even have a carryover. Yes. That was what we all went through. Then, finally, we came out as engineers. Then somebody else will come to school on Friday and leaves on Sunday. And he says he read the same thing with you. Come on now.
So some people come on Saturday and leave on Saturday.
Come on. So all they do is give money to those corrupt lecturers. They give them scores. You are now in year 2. But the truth is, they are only graduates by papers. That's the certificate. Yeah. Elvis Ayomanor equally has the certificate, but I am a graduate by. That's what differentiates me, you know, from those people. There's one dream I have, which is my major target of going to that place. I'm a very sound person academically, and I know the best legacy you can bequeath your kids with is education. Yeah. Nothing else. If you give them very sound education, they can move on their own from there. Some time ago, a polytechnic was brought to Sapele local government, and they took it to a very virgin land, opened big space at Iriabome Elume.
Yes, yes, I know.
Today,
I passed through that.
It's been years.
Yes.
Today we have they have the gate, they built the gate, and one building inside. And then the next thing, the whole place is fallow.
It's farmland.
It's a farmland.
Grass.
Lying fallow.
Yes.
You know, lying fallow. Now, the reason why they could not accomplish that project is because it's a very gigantic one. An elephant project. Now, if If they had upgraded STC, by now the school would have been in operation. Yes, it would have been in operation as maybe temporary site. STC has a lot of land space to build even the most permanent of all permanent sites. They already have things, equipment.
They have some structures.
The structures are there. The tools, the machines, everything is in place.
Yes.
Now, this is one thing I want to fight for. Just recently, they upgraded a lot of schools in Delta State. Even Agbo College of Education was upgraded to a university. The Polytechnic at Uzora was upgraded to a university. This is one thing I want to do. I want this Sapele Technical College, it's a state property, to be upgraded to Delta State University of Science and Technology.
Wow.
Now, as a member of the House, I should be able to push that through the Congress. Now, this is how it works. I'm an authority in the engineering sector. When I speak to defend that thing, and you bring, of course, you know the other two contestants who are contending with me.
Yes.
If they come to defend that thing, they won't even know what to say, because they know nothing about the technology sector. As I speak, I'm a chemical engineer, but I can operate the lathe machine. I can weld. In fact, I did them when I was in the university.
Yes.
Now, you see that place, STC, Sapele Technical College, they have lathe machines, milling machine, welding machines, all of them, they are all there. Are you getting what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Now, if it would take the state to build a new state university of science and technology, 20 billion naira to build, it would take this same state just $1 billion naira to upgrade Sapele Tech. So if you were to be the executive governor of the state, which would you prefer?
Of course, is the 1 billion.
Now, as you know, members of the House of Assembly, by the time I project this before the House as a bill, don't you think everybody would love to key into it?
Of course.
And don't you think I would have done the best thing ever that Sapele people would they want?
Yes.
Or at least I would have bettered the life of the people of Sapele?
Exactly, sir.
So that is exactly why I said I want to go. I want to make a difference. I might just do one tenure and leave, but I want to set, a standard. Because I have come to know that there's no standard. There is absolutely no standard. So when you go there, no standard to follow, no standard to beat. I want to set a standard. And the first thing, God helping me, I will propose a bill to upgrade that thing to a University of Science and Technology. And I believe the state government, by His grace, General Boru become the People's General become the governor of this state in 2023, and with all pleasure, he will pump in resources to execute that project, to make sure the people of Sapele, the students of Sapele, they become very sound academically. By the time we give them sound education, they will stay off all this trash. Look every day on the news, Sapele killing here, killing there, killing there, and look at the people killing each other. Illiterates.
Illiterates, yeah.
Oh, of course, what do you expect of them? Our youth, they don't have anything.
Yeah.
There's nobody with the level of education we have attained. There's nobody in our status, academic status, that will pick gun to shoot his neighbor. You know that old woman who lives behind your father's house that just has primary school certificate? She's an illiterate, but she finished primary school. She has the certificate.
Okay. Yeah.
She's qualified to be our local government chairman. And guess what? She can even be our best local government chairman ever. Take note of this point I'm making. Now, this is it. If we vote her in, though she's an illiterate, but she has certificate at least that qualifies her to contest. If we vote her in, she will assume the office of the CEO Sapele local government. She has all powers to herself. She can even come out to be the best chairman ever. But that woman cannot represent us in Asaba. You know why? Over there in the House of Assembly is a different ball game. At that point, we need sound minds, men of high intelligent quotient. For somebody like me, if I stand to propose something before the House, you cannot compare me to those some of those half-baked educated people who cannot even express themselves well. Are you understanding me? By the time you send such people to represent you, in fact, it will be absolutely no representation. That's where you see them saying, Mr. Speaker, sir, I support the last speaker. The last speaker is from maybe Anyocha North. Fighting for his own constituency.
Yes, it's not for you.
Now you know what they do. Somebody can come from Ugeli South and proposing, you know, like this University of Science and Technology I just talked about. He's proposing a University of Science and Technology. Then the next thing you hear your brother saying, I support the last speaker. I concur, because he cannot express himself. Now when you ask him, are you concurring to that? Why did you you are not representing Otorurobo, you are representing Sapele constituency. Now you send one of those half-baked literate people, they go there, and they, Mr. Speaker, and when I was talk, say the team was like that, and he now said we cannot do it like that because it's not the work. You know, they cannot speak the simple Queen's language for 5 minutes without even shipping in Pidgin English, without, you know, modeling the Queen's language, and then before you know it, people around will now laugh. Fellow House of Assembly members will laugh at that. Then the next thing they withdraw. Because of that, such person will not want to speak again. The only time he gets up to speak, I support the last speaker. I concur. But for people like us, we can always talk. We can always talk because we are sound. We were taught English in secondary school. Even in the university 100 level, we are taught English and we studied it. We understood it. We can talk anyway. So, Sapele people, others, I don't know. Let me concentrate on Sapele. Sapele people, I want to use this opportunity to talk to you people. Don't send any half-baked literate person to represent you anyway. Send them to council. They can perform excellently well as local government chairman or whatever, but not to go to House of Assembly, House of Reps, or House of Senate. You need people of high intelligence quotient. People who can speak, people who can defend whatever they stand for. People who can propose bills that will be beneficial to the people of Sapele. Not, in that place we will not set blow. Not to get power pass, they will give the project to his constituency. Intelligence. Some of them, they just want to be, it's politics now, we just enter there and popular and be former Obale and Boma now. Therefore, I should go. Yes, anything for the boys, I have money to speak. Come on now, you people should just ignore them and their money so that Sapele can be great again. We have to restore the lost glory of Sapele, especially Delta State. I want to encourage everybody. Do not, for no reason should we allow those who have indebted our state. Look at how they are borrowing money daily. We should chase PDP and APC out of this land. Do not vote for any of such people. Vote for men with brain, ability to transform. Greater Boru was chased out of Nigeria after the coup, the failed coup. They seized all his money, seized all his property. Greater Boru was released back to Nigeria by Obasanjo, right? When he came into power in 99, then 2020. He pardoned him, right? Good. Now within that short time, this man was able to transform his economy back to a billionaire state again. Many of us have been struggling before he left. Back now we are still poor. What that tells you, this man has the ability to transform any situation around. I want to enjoin every Delta. They should seize this opportunity now that our votes count. Nobody can change it. Our votes count. Nobody can tamper with it. We should give it to that man we've been trying to give it to before. And this time that our vote count, that thing you wanted to do for Great, you wanted Great to do, you want to cast in your vote for him to become governor, to transform the state, the opportunity has come. Cast the vote, and Great will transform Delta State. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Let's reiterate again, we have been speaking to Honorable Elvis Ayomanor, the candidate for All Progressive Grand Alliance, APGA, in the Delta State House of Assembly 2023 election representing Sapele State constituency. Thank you so much, sir. My name is Rero Henry, and this is Rero TV. Thank you for watching.